Red Twig Dogwoods at Highland Hill Farm. We do sell red twig dogwoods, and many times when people plant red twig dogwoods, they plant them in an area where it's wet. The red twig dogwood does very well in wetlands areas. It can grow between 2 and 15 feet tall depending on the varieties that you purchase. But the natural native red twig dogwood is a very vigorous growing plant that can tolerate very poor conditions. If you like, you can trim red twig dogwood any which fashion you want. It's a very resilient plant, can take lots of abuse with improper pruning at the wrong time of year and using the wrong kind of tools. Don't be afraid to hack at it. It is well deserving of being very hardy, very tough plant to kill. Other reasons people like to plant red twig dogwood is that when the leaves fall off in the fall, they expose a brilliant red color of their stems, and it's very attractive to making fall leaf arrangements for decorations, and it's very noticeable from a distance. When everything else is turning brown and dying, the red twig dogwood will stay red throughout the winter. They do have a white flower in the spring, but it is not the reason that many people go plant them. If you trim them every year, you may not see the white flower. You do have to let it go for that flower to emerge. If you have any other questions about it, give us a call. Our cell phone number is 215-651-8329.
This video is brought to you by Highland Hill Farm. We grow and sell screening and buffering trees for privacy and sound barriers. The thickets provide shelter and food for a variety of wildlife species. A well-designed thicket will provide food sources, nesting sites, and protection from snow, ice, and predators. Thickets can be part of a restoration plan used to stabilize a stream bank or used to address an erosion problem. These plantings can also provide other benefits to landowners, such as a sight and sound barrier or as a windbreak. This video is about a plant we recommend for use in establishing a thicket.
A tree that we suggest for a thicket is the river birch tree. The river birch can grow in a variety of soils, from wet to dry. It is hardy. It can grow in adverse conditions, and it's easy to grow. And when you're planting a thicket, one of the considerations is you want a tree that's cheap. River birch seedlings are cheap. We sell river birch seedlings, river birch transplants, and river birch trees potted and balled and burlapped. We have a wide range of trees for you. But in establishing the thicket, most people start with a small seedling. We like to grow them in a number 3 pot, using 3 seedlings in 1 pot to form a clump. The river birch is best grown as a clump because it will withstand deer browse and deer rubbing better. Also, if we decide to sell some of these for landscape purposes, it's a prized tree when it's a 3-stemmed clump. The river birches that we sell are small seedlings that can be as small as 3 to 6 inches, up to 2 to 3 feet. The best size to plant in the landscape is probably something that's potted or balled and burlapped. But if you're going to plant a thicket, you want to buy hundreds of them and plant them in groups of 3 and do a mass planting. And I recommend that you plant them in straight rows so that you can mow up and down the rows and get adequate weed control. If you have any questions about river birch trees for establishing a thicket, call us at Highland Hill Farm. This river birch clump is approximately 6 years old.
One of the most appealing features of the birch tree is the bark, which, on larger, young branches and stems, is reddish to pinkish brown and peels off in papery strips. The exposed inner bark is gray-brown to cinnamon brown to red-brown. The bark of a mature birch is rigid and deepens to a dark brown. This tree is handsome without leaves because of its graceful silhouette and exfoliating bark.
At Highland Hill Farm, we sell transplants and seedlings. If you need to have them planted, we have a tree planter that you can lease on a daily basis. This tree planter is available at our Fountainville, PA location. Just give us a call at 215-651-8329 for all your tree and shrub needs. Thank you.